Hey guys, how's it going? It's Uncle Kevin here. Today we'll be talking about what's the best microphone for the Sony A7 IV. Don't be fooled by the mic that you see on this. It might not be. So stick around till the end to see which microphone I ended up using for my Sony A7 IV, and hopefully I can help you make a decision if you've been on the fence on that. All right, let's get into it. Now, to find the best microphone, I had to spend a lot of money on Amazon. All right, so just know that I do not have any sponsorships. I'm not sponsored by anybody, and I really could care less if you guys got or did not get these microphones. I'm just here to give you suggestions that I've seen that work for me. The main thing when it comes to sound is you have to understand sound travels in waves, and we're trying to avoid echoes, which are any chance of sound bouncing around and arriving at the microphone at different times. So the main key thing is we don't want echoes getting into the mic. We don't want the weirdness of terrible sound. Sound is important when it comes to your video, so remember that. Your first choice, if depending on the budget that you have, is just to use the internal audio on your camera. It's not really the greatest because for your cameras, what they do is they invest a lot of money into making the cameras great. They don't really focus much on audio, and a lot of times. Now we all know that microphones in most cameras, including the A7 IV, is good for basic audio capture, but it often lacks the clarity and detail that a dedicated microphone can provide, especially if you're shooting video, if you're doing any kind of voiceover work or interviews. Using a separate microphone can really elevate the quality of your audio. Because I'm someone who mainly shoots podcasts, I had to go on a journey to find the perfect microphone. The first microphone that I got for the Sony A7 IV was the Boya M1 omnidirectional condenser clip on a lapel. This microphone costs a total of $26 on Amazon. The beauty with this baby is that you connect it straight into your camera. It sounds perfecto mundo. In the beginning, I actually thought I had the best thing ever, and I think to now, like, this is probably one of the best sounding microphones that I have. One thing I really enjoy about this thing is just the quality that you get out of it. It's lightweight, and the cost, come on, it's $26. It's the perfect thing. If you're somebody who wants an external, the recommendation that I might give you is, if you're somebody who wants to shoot this with an external recorder, you get the Zoom H1N, you combine those two, you cannot go wrong. Like, I don't really have any problems with that. The only challenge that comes with that thing is it only works with one person. So if like you're constantly recording and then it's sitting underneath you, perfect. But if you're going to be having discussions with other people, you're limited. But I've seen people literally use lapel mics, lavalier mics, and like do this and do that. But the other problem you have with it is it's very sensitive. So the moment you start moving it around, it creates these noises that you don't really like, which leads us to mic option number 2. The second mic that I got was the Rode mic. So the Rode Video Mic Go, which I'm using currently on the camera that you guys are watching me on. That's the second mic that I got. But before I got that one, yes, I did it. I got the fake version of it. Okay, we might not call it the fake version because it's an original of that version, right? Like, it's not a knockoff. That's the one. I got the Comica, which is essentially the Rode but half price. This microphone was crap, to be honest with you, which you probably will be hearing right about now. This is I like to call it the Rode knockoff, but then it's the original Comica, right? So how can it be a knockoff? But this is how the Comica sounds like. If you like it, you can get it. It goes for $50 off of Amazon. It saves you a lot. You know, you're not willing to spend $100 on a microphone. That's a very good mic to get. It helps you, it gets the job done. After I got that one and I didn't like it, I ended up getting the original Rode, which I also think is crap. Sounds like, so all these audios are not processed, so essentially they sound the same. They'll essentially sound a little bit different once you start processing them. So I ended up moving from that one, and I ended up getting the Rode Video Mic Go 2. This, for me, when it comes to Rode microphones that you connect straight onto your camera, I feel like it's the perfect thing to get because it sounds good, it's lightweight, and then the shock absorber, you can move it out of the way if it's in your way. You can connect it to anything via USB. It converts into a shotgun mic, which is perfect for sound as well. So in this case, this is how the Rode mic would sound like. I'm in a room, I'm basically in my living room. With the Rode Video Mic Go, this option is very popular with A7 IV users. This is a shotgun microphone that mounts directly onto the horseshoe of your camera, just like this. So you get it, you just simply mount it onto your camera and boom, tighten it up and it can move, you can do whatever. It's great for capturing clear directional audio. It's also relatively affordable, making a good option for those on a budget. In my humble opinion, this mic is the best thing that you can get. It feels, you can also use it on your phone. You know, that's the other beauty. I don't know if you, okay, fine. I don't really know about people who use Android, but on an iPhone, I know you need your dongle where you just connect the mic into it and you can use it as well. The next mic that I got was the Sennheiser MK600. So if you're shooting like interviews, if you're shooting short films whereby you don't really want the mic on top of the camera because you have multiple people and you don't want that sound, because when people are speaking and you want to have this, the microphone almost 3 inches away from the person. So you really want mics to be close to the source. Like, as you can see, the mic that I'm speaking into is literally in my mouth. So that's the how close you want a microphone. So sometimes if you're interviewing people, you don't want the microphone to be in frame. You need this shotgun microphone, and the one that I have is the Sennheiser MK600. This is perfect, especially if you have a boom operator. This is what they use in movies, this is what they use in TVs, and then you have someone who's holding like a boom, and then the mic is literally on top, out of frame, but close as possible to the actors, capturing those voices. This is when I knew what quality was. Like, I didn't know what quality was until I started using this thing, especially if you connect it to like a broadcaster. Man, it takes you places. This is a shotgun microphone that can be mounted onto a boom pole or used on the camera. It's a little more expensive than the Rode video mic, but it offers excellent sound quality and it's solid. It's a solid choice for those looking to step up their audio game. With this setup, I am able to get the best audio with someone operating the boom, but also it comes with its own limitations. What, you know, questions are, what if you don't have a boom operator? You can say, I'll have a C-stand and just, you know, clamp it and do what you need to do, but that's an expense, that's something that takes up room. And that's just something that, you know, when you're shooting videos, sometimes you just want to have an idea, sit down, shoot it and put it out. And so if you don't have like a boom operator, what will you do? Another challenge with these microphones is they're omnidirectional, so like they won't pick sound from the side, and sometimes you're shooting a video, you want to move, you want to do something else, it won't help you. Having that type of mic is very beautiful if you're shooting outside, because it only picks up sound that's coming from the front of it. So if you have your shotgun mic on your camera and you're speaking in front of it, like those people who vlog and you're essentially just walking around like this, hey, blah blah blah, is very good because the sound is coming from your mouth straight into that. So that works perfectly. All these are, for me, if you ask me, the options we've discussed so far are great options. If you have this, I've seen a lot of content on the internet where people only use this in professional level, people with thousands and thousands of subscribers. But if you were to ask me what's the best microphone to use in conjunction with an A7 IV, I would say is the Shure SM7B, the one that I'm using right now. For me, this microphone, there's nothing that beats it, because at this, the amount of clarity and quality that it gets off your voice and the picture that you get. A lot of times, if you're listening to my voice, I'm someone who has low tones and high tones in it. So when there's certain microphones, they don't pick up those low frequencies, my voice just comes out being squeaky high, which makes it difficult for me to listen in editing. This microphone truly captures my voice, I believe, as it sounds, and I hope that this is how it sounds to people around me. No one's ever said, hey, why is it on your videos use a radio voice? Because I don't use a radio voice. This is my natural voice. This is for those who want the ultimate in-studio quality. The Shure SM7B is a classic choice. This is a large diaphragm dynamic microphone that's often used for radio and podcasting. It's also known as for its smooth, warm sound. It's a bit more expensive than the other options, but if you're serious about the audio quality, it's definitely worth considering. So if we've spoken about in my previous videos, the best microphone, the best tool is the tool that you can afford, something that goes with your budget, something that helps you get to the next level. So if you ask me what's the best microphone to get, I would say, what can you afford? I would not really recommend, if you're starting out, to get the Shure SM7B, because this thing is a little bit complicated the way you get it playing. Like for me, like you have to get either a mixer that helps you step up the sound because it's quite low. If you've listened to my video with the A7C, you can see the challenges of having the Shure. So what you need to get it operating is a cloud lifter. So that's an extra cost. So if the mic costs $500, you have to spend another $100 on the cloud lifter. You have to spend on the
on the mixer that you get it up. Right now I'm using the Rodecaster Pro, so that's all money that goes into it, but it gives you one of the best audio you can get, but it costs a little bit of money. For less money and save you time, which you might not necessarily need the perfect audio. I needed this mic because I also do podcasts, so that's how I justify buying it. But this microphone that I mounted on my A7 IV is probably, for me, the best thing that you can get. It's a shotgun mic. It's a shotgun mic. You can make it work as a shotgun mic if you don't want to connect it straight to your camera. But for the audio quality that I get out of this thing, man, I really believe this is the best, and I really look forward to a day where I start vlogging because I think it'll be fun. So they have.
So this is what the Rode mic sounds like when I'm outside just walking. I feel like if you're gonna make a video claiming you found the perfect mic, you might as well test it in some of the harshest conditions. So now we're testing out. This is the first Rode mic I ever got, so like it's pretty decent, but like you have to be super close, and then sometimes like I feel like it just sounded weird. GI mic, wireless mic. This is, I feel, of all the like camera microphones that I've got, the most expensive. But then because you get you get two microphones and one transmitter, and it's all wireless and all that, I guess you can justify the price that way. A lavalier mic directly connected into the A7 IV. One of the many limitations is if you scratch it or if it's on your clothes and stuff like that, it starts making those weird noises that you don't really want to hear, but it does the job. So, and then this is just the internal mic, the internal camera. We're just using audio straight out of the A7 IV. I don't think it's bad. I think you can really get away with it.
There you have it. Those are my top recommendations for the best microphone for the Sony A7C. Whether you're just starting out and looking for an affordable option, or you're a professional looking for the best possible sound quality, there's a microphone on this list that will suit your needs. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to find more helpful videos. If you're somebody who's looking to set your financial goals and you're thinking, hey Kevin, I would like to have this expensive equipment that you have, I did a video of how you can raise money over here. But if you're someone who's looking for a lens for your Sony A7 IV, I have this video over here. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.
I don't really know how vloggers do this. My hands hurt, man. Like, I've been carrying this for the past 5 minutes, and I'm like, man, I'm in pain now. But yeah, it's pretty sick. What do you guys think? See, that's the thing with vlogging. It's like you're talking to people in the future, people in the present. So nothing is like, you don't know what you're doing, but which is pretty cool, you know. Y'all got to hang out with me today. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go and see you in the other video that I've shot. Weird.